Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Dane, your host of the Rock and Metal Guardian. I hope you're doing well wherever you may find yourselves. So I've been doing some thinking, and as you can see I'm outside, so there's going to be a little bit more noise than normal, but what's life without whimsy, right, to quote Sheldon Cooper from Big Bang Theory. So what I've been thinking about is how it's very important to be picky when it comes to purchasing things. You're going to go buy a car. I'm going to tie this into music. So we go to buy a car. You want the right size. You want the right engine. You want good gas mileage. You want comfort. You want all of that too, right? You want something special that's going to cater to your particular tastes, right? And I think the same thing applies to music. So I've been thinking about this for a while. Go figure. That's what I say all the time. It's kind of my go-to catchphrase with this channel a lot. And so when it comes to being picky, more often than not, this is a good thing. But I will say this right off the bat, that being too picky or overtly picky has its negative consequences, because this could be a sign of perfectionism. And if you're a perfectionist, then chances are you're going to suffer from what's called analysis paralysis, and then you won't get anything done whatsoever, or buy anything when it comes to wanting to buy music. You'll be on the fence all the time and that kind of thing. But anyway, one of the important things, advantages now of being picky, is it helps maintain your self-respect. In other words, you're not desperate. So if you're desperate when it comes to looking for new music, that can definitely be a bad thing, because you may have way too many impulse purchases in your collection and you end up not listening to them. You throw them out, they just sit on the shelf. You give them to Goodwill, you give them to, other charities, you give them to friends, or you just get rid of them. So that's a negative. If you're not picky, you're not maintaining that self-respect, you're being desperate, or you're just simply an addict of consumerism if you're not picky, and that can get you in trouble. You're hoarding, right? That can be very similar to that self-respect issue. And why you should be picky, and this all connects to what I'm saying here, is you want to avoid settling for less than you deserve. Why settle for something that, isn't up to snuff with respect to your tastes, right? You don't deserve to have something less than you deserve. And eventually, again, connected to impulse purchase and that sort of thing. And a lot of problems I think people have is that they lower their expectations of what they deem good or great or legendary or masterpieces. Essentially, they just lessen or lower the bar when it comes to their expectations. And so they get in this rut of brainwashing themselves into thinking that this is a masterpiece or this is good and it deserves to be on the shelf with everything else that they see as legendary or masterpiece or that kind of thing. So overall, the problem with not being picky is you see everything as special. And if, to quote the great late comedian George Carlin, once again, I've done this before on this channel. Oh, it stopped. Oh, I didn't stop. Sorry, I thought my video stopped, and it's like, oh no. No, as I was saying, as the late great George Carlin once said, if everything is special, then special loses its meaning. And I think that being a music fan means weeding out the stuff that isn't all that good, and just holding on to what's so special to you. And again, that depends on who you are and your taste and that kind of thing. So being picky is not a bad thing. In addition, being picky trains your, what's the word I'm looking for? It trains your intuition. It trains your intuition to look out for bad music so that you don't succumb to purchasing bad music. It trains you, it gives you that experience, it gives you that hunch or that detective skill, if you will, to know what is bad music. You know when something's not right, right? That kind of thing. So if you know something's not right, a lot of times you can never, well, most of the time I'll say this, you can't judge a book by its cover. But then it seems that sometimes you can. You look at an album cover and go, there's no way that this can be good. It's cheesy, it's cliched. Okay, we have another dragon being slain by a prince, or we have another skull and crossbones, and sometimes it'll surprise you and be good. But I found that more often or not, it's just another here today, gone tomorrow type band or artist. So, but again, you have to at least give it a listen, and don't purchase it until you listen to it first. But more often than not, I give it a chance. I don't buy it. I listen to it and go, no, it's what I thought. It's cliched. It's bland. It's banal. It's run of the mill. It's just so darn too familiar. So being picky is important. Because it means you're selective, and being selective defines your taste. If you like everything, I guess I said this before in a different video, you really have taste. Another reason why it's important to be picky is that you save money. You don't have things you don't need. You don't have to go through the process of getting rid of the things that you don't need. And if you save money, then you can put it in the bank and save it for a rainy day, college fund, buy something else, that's not music related, all these wonderful things, right? And then being picky is important also when it comes to music, or in general when it comes to purchasing things, because you want to purchase things that have quality, and you want a better product. You don't want things, and this is tying to what I said already, you don't want things in your home or your apartment or wherever you stay that are inferior, do you? Or mediocre. So this is a little bit of a rambling video, if you will, but I think it's important to be picky, kind of philosophical or quasi-philosophical. So anyway, tell me what you think in the comments below. I hope you have a blessed day, and please consider subscribing to the channel. Thanks a lot. Take care.